Let me see. Welcome to the Fire and Ice Experience Football Extravaganza, where we worship the sport of football. Tabernacle. It is Sunday, Week 11, NFL football. It's your boy, Coach, flanked by the world's greatest, the world renowned, my guy, the man you all know and love. Fresh Fire, how you feeling today, bro?
I'm feeling good today, man. You know it's Sunday. It Rivals Tuesday is my favorite day of the week. It's football Sunday. I'm kind of mad we ain't got no football for breakfast. I kind of get used to those football bagels in the morning. But
Oh
now
yeah,
y'all,
man. Yeah.
but
That's a
now it's
big
like,
listen.
hey. But you know I'm here for it today. Kick it off for us, good brother. What you feeling? What you feeling?
Oh man, I'm feeling good today, man. It's a balmy Sunday. I love it. This is football weather. We get the elements creeping in slightly. Um, I love it. I love this time of the year, man. That mid to late fall, the leaves start coming down. It's no longer, for the week. This is the weather football is meant to be played in. The start of this particular season, moving into the next month or so. This
Yes,
is the
sir.
weather that football is made for, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I personally love it. That's just me. I personally love it. But any opening thoughts, man, before we dive right into this thing?
We got a couple games today and tonight and tomorrow night that are really going to shape the playoff picture. We got a couple of huge injuries to some teams that I thought was going to go far, man. So I'm very anxious to see how those teams are going to look moving forward, bro.
Yeah, that changes the outlook on a few things, man, because we had some major injuries, and that kind of changes the outlook on some of the predictions and things of that nature. So hey, without further ado, let's get into it. We are in week 11. Week 11, folks. How'd you do last week?
Um, I did shitty. I took a bad.
Just
I
just did
I
shitty.
I took man. I took
You
a
got to
bad
know
last week, man. I
when
took
to
a
hold
bad man.
'em, know when to fold 'em.
Good brother.
Hey man,
I took a bath last week, but what I will hang my hat on, the one prediction that I got right, that I felt down in my soul and my spirit, and down in the soils of the tundra of the frozen over Lambeau Stadium, I felt that those Denver Broncos was going to go into
you picked
Buffalo
that one.
and
You
knock
you was
off
you was
Buffalo.
you was adamant about that one, man. Like you
I'm
jumped way
adamant.
out there, man, and you said it's gonna happen, and you was confident. You said book it,
Book it.
and it happened.
Yeah. Sorry,
It happened just like you said it. It's those picks that make your week that much better. You know what I mean? Because we take some gambles, but when you take a gamble like that and you spell out explicit, this wasn't just a whim. This was you spelled it out explicitly why it was going to happen, and it came to fruition. Those are the ones that make you feel good because we pick a lot of games, but when you take that kind of a gamble, it kind of like, oh, let me push all these other ones to the side and let's see what
right.
happens here because you felt some kind of way about that one.
Yes, I did. Man, I felt very strongly about that game, man. I just saw the Buffalo Bills look to me like they may be unraveling. a couple of their threads are being pulled from their sweater. From their Buffalo Bills sweater is being pulled, and I just thought that last week a very poignant thread had been pulled. You know what I'm saying? Some things that got exposed the week before, and I was like, I don't know if they're going. The team that they are right here, right now, I don't know if they're going to be able to recover fast enough. And like a lot of people didn't or wasn't paying attention to was like, Denver isn't playing like stink anymore. They're playing average. You know what I'm saying?
They strung some wins together. And
Ah,
people sometimes when you turn your head and you look away, you don't see what's going on in the wasteland.
right. Shout out to Tina Bryson. She's a Denver Broncos fan. Shout out to Mike Pickens. He's a Denver Broncos fan. Shout out to my son Cody. He's a Denver Broncos fan because those are only three that I know.
What's some out there? It's quite a number of Denver Broncos fans out there, but shout out to the Broncos, man. They've turned it around. They don't look as putrid as as we were, painting them to be. We were basically calling them, they were the first round draft pick, first pick of the NFL draft and waiting, but they've turned it around. So without further ado, let's get into it, my brother. Let's get into it.
Yes. That's how you feeling?
Get into it.
Be easy. What's number one?
Sunday, November 19th, we've got Steel City. The Pittsburgh Steelers traveling to Cleveland to play the Cleveland Browns. Browns open a -2. The line is 34.5. Take it away, Fresh.
I would definitely say to go under on this one. I will say this, man. These are two teams in a divisional rivalry game. Two teams with a very staunch defenses. You have two big question marks at quarterback. Neither team will be gunning, to win the game. I put this on both the defenses, man. Both the defenses are going to come in. They're like, look, we're probably going to have to hold you to 0 or 3 points, and we are just a defense to do it. Both teams can use. We're just a defense to hold you down. There's been a lot going on in Cleveland with the fandome. It's funny, man. It's funny how fast life comes at you. He went 14 for 14 and bringing his Cleveland Browns back in a tough game against the staunch vaunted Ravens. To then turn around and be in a walking boot and in a sling in the post game press conference talking about, oh yeah, I'm getting ready to have siege engine surgery. Wow. I don't understand. I don't understand, man, how you can really recover from that. But here they are. They got Pittsburgh coming to them. And I don't like Cleveland to overcome what's been going down this year. They've had a lot going down. We forget about Nick Chubb going down. We forget about not T. Higgins. We forget about slipped my mind, but somebody is hurt for them right now. And I'm like, forget about all these guys going down. At a certain point, somebody's gonna pull that thread that unravels the whole sweater. I think last weekend may have been the thread that unravels the whole sweater. And I think the Pittsburgh fighting Mike Tomlins go into Cleveland and win a tough game. I mean, really tough. I mean, almost ugly tough. And I mean to the tune of 13-9.
My good brother, don't say ugly in the win column. It just say WLT. You don't give it a count of how the game went. With that being said, I gotta, the Ravens. This was one of the ones that I picked, and I had the Ravens, and my initial thought with the Ravens was just, come on, man, like, you can't do this to me. But they rebounded quickly, and they rebounded in a big way. Cleveland, I don't think that was a joke, them going into Baltimore and taking that game. I think the loss of Deshaun Watson isn't as detrimental as most would like to paint it out to be, because they were not winning. They were winning despite the quarterback play.
That's fair.
I'm gonna keep that train rolling. Give me Cleveland, and not necessarily in an ugly game. I think Cleveland wins this. Give me maybe like I think this might be a 3 turnover game for Cleveland. I think this might be a defensive touchdown. I think there very well might be a return, and they're going to get a few offensive touchdowns. Give me the Cleveland Browns 24-10. Moving
Yep.
to the next 1 o'clock game, we've got the Monsters of the Midway, the Chicago Bears, traveling to Detroit to play those problematic. No, I can't even call them
No.
problematic no more. They are the
Legitimate.
Detroit football.
Oh,
Detroit football. The Lions of Detroit. The line is 48.5, and the Lions open -7.5.
ha. Is that right?
That's
Is
right.
that right? Well, as we know, the knowledge that I've learned from my inside sources, I've heard that the Chicago Bears are again going to be tearing it down to the studs, probably getting rid of a coach, probably in the draft looking for a quarterback. And as my good brother right there is displaying on top of his head, that is what we call around here the hammer. The hammer. I don't like what I see on the foreseeable future in the menu for the Chicago Bears. Nope. I don't care who's at quarterback. I don't care who's outside or whatever, who's coaching, whatever. These guys stink. They make bad choices. That comes from the top down. I feel sorry for all my Chicago Bears fans, friends. But this is not good. This is the same thing over and over and over. Groundhog Day, over and over and over. I knew it. I saw it coming as soon as they picked Justin Fields. Like, they'll be going back for another quarterback in another a couple of years. But today will be the culmination. And like my brother has on his head, we will be getting the hammers out when they go into Forbes Stadium. Get clobbered by the Detroit Lions, man. They playing some good goddamn football, man. We can't front on Detroit, man. I just want to give them just a small second. I've been saying this all season long. Well, I've been saying this probably since week 3. I think they are the most complete team in football. Offense, defense, passing, rushing, stopping the run, stopping the pass.
Detroit Nation loves you.
I've been saying this. I think they are the most complete team out there. They are the dark horse, scary Super Bowl pick I got in my pocket right here and right now. And I think they slaughter Chicago to the tune of 35-7.
Bro, I'm going to go even worse than that. Man, the Lions get right in this game. This is a statistical fantasy smorgasbord. The line is 48.5. Bro, I think the Lions might get that themselves. They will score 40 points today. They will score 40 points today. They will win this game 45-7.
That's fair. That's
Moving
fair,
on.
man.
Another 1 o'clock tilt. We got the Los Angeles, San Diego Supercharger, San Diego Supercharger, traveling to the frozen tundra of Lambeau to play the Green Bay Packers. The Chargers enter -3, and the line is 43.5.
My gut is telling me definitely take Chargers. Definitely take Chargers in that 3 because as much as I don't believe in Justin Herbert's results, I definitely believe in his talent. He's a pretty talented guy, man. He's pretty good. And going into Lambeau, man, it's not as spirit as it used to be. This ain't
Nowhere near.
Favre,
and that's recent history.
Rodgers.
That's recent history.
Right, recent history means today.
Yeah,
And
it don't matter.
or this season. And Jordan Love has showed me, I don't know, I guess out of what, 9 games, 8 of them, he stunk the gym up, and then the half of the one game he was okay and brought him back. I don't believe in him at all, man. I when I look at their team, I'm disappointed because you jettisoned Aaron Rodgers for this. All right, cool. I think this is
You
their
got
game.
you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, but I thought they had. I thought, and I think a lot of other people thought they had a better starting point than this. Sky ain't that. And today, I think Justin Herbert and those guys come in. I don't think they get right, but I think they just are capable of making more plays than Green Bay is.
Okay,
Give me San Diego Superchargers 27, Green Bay 11.
man. I'm sorry. What?
11. They'll get a touchdown, a field goal. Well, they get a field goal, a late touchdown, and get the 2 points. There's your 11.
Okay, so let me say this. We all know I do not trust San Diego. I mean, the Chargers. I have. I didn't just get off of the stop. I didn't just get off of the Chargers train. I leapt from the window out of the Chargers train. Okay. I want to pick them, but today gives me a wild feeling that Jordan Love has a game and Justin Herbert doesn't, because that's just what Justin Herbert does. I'm gonna go Packers here. I don't want to pick the Chargers. I don't. I just don't. Give me the Packers by 3 to the tune of 24-21. I do not want to pick the Chargers. This is a team that has all the requisite weapons, but just but
But that's the reason
but
why I look at them. It's hard for me to pick them in any games where like the talent is even. I'm like, man, you're just going to be black when the talent isn't even. Especially like when I have the talent doesn't have to be even, but you have to get same production at quarterback. I'm like, Justin Herbert going to give him enough to win this game. So yeah, I
give
definitely
me the
say give
Pack
me
by 3, man. I'm gonna go Pack by 3, 20. Matter of fact, I'm even gonna go less than that. Um, Give me 21-17. Pack. Yeah, 21-17. Give me the Packers. Yeah. School Nation checking in. Ooh, that's roller coaster. It was always exciting, but man, it has turned into must-see TV with Mr. Dobbs. I tell you.
I'm telling you now, that's a team that I've jumped on the bandwagon of you. That roller coaster. I don't know. I was something about.
We picked them to win the division. So I mean, moving on. We get to them. But here's a game. Here's an interesting game, right? And it's interesting from the standpoint of you have kind of like the tale of two things going on. We got the Las Vegas Raider Nation traveling to Miami to play the Fighting Finns. The line is 44 and a half. They got Miami minus 14.
Um,
Let me throw some things out there. As weird as this may look, Miami has actually won one. I mean, Las Vegas has won one less game than Miami.
okay. Okay.
They're 5-5. Miami's 6-3.
Yeah.
Doesn't get the feel that one team is way more dominant than the other, does it?
Well, no, I can't say if it gives me the feel that one team is way more dominant than the other. I definitely get the feel that one team is way more better than the other. No,
Way
not
more
more
better?
dominant. Way more
Well,
better. Way more better. The record doesn't show it. You are who you are. But I
right.
think this is a style matchup that
Okay.
doesn't bode well for the Raiders. That's what
Okay.
I'm saying. You got to travel to Miami. It's Miami, first of all. They're getting Devin A Chain or A Shane back. I'm not even sure how to say it, so I'll say it both ways. They're
That
getting him
fast
back.
dude. The really
Right,
fast guy.
right. The third
That's how I'm
leg
gonna say
of
it. The really
the third
fast guy. That guy
the
is
third leg of the
fast.
4x4 100 relay track
Yeah,
team they got out
that
in
guy.
Miami. The third
That
leg.
guy.
he's back. So I think stylistically, like they say, styles make fights. I think even though I think the interim head coach in Las Vegas would like to play the style that can stop Miami, I don't think they actually have the people, the players that can execute what he wants to do to stop Miami. And I think Miami wins, not saying in a blowout, but I think Miami wins pretty handily because, again, always state that, well, what's the other team going to do? Miami's going to put up 20 some odd points. I believe that. I don't believe right now, here and right now, even though they'll play valiantly, I don't believe that the Raiders can put up 27 points on pretty much anybody right here, right now. I think they got a good 21 in them, maybe 24, but I think the Miami Dolphins have maybe at least 30, but some's telling me 27-21 Miami over the Raiders.
I think this is going to be a stunner.
Is that right?
I think this is going to be a stunner.
Do tell. Okay.
Raider Nation is rolling right now. They got a good feel vibe going on. Antonio Pierce has this team thinking mentally and feeling physically that they're here, right? Mm-hmm. Forget those first 6 or 7 games. This is who we are right now. They've shown a lot of different capabilities than what the previous regime showed.
That's fair.
I'm going to give you an example. And I can tell you, you can't tell me that coaching doesn't mean anything. I can look no further than D'Amico Ryans in Houston and Ime Udoka for the Houston Rockets. Coaching is big.
Houston doing some things these days, the city of Houston. Shout out Houston.
Coaching is big. And not necessarily even from an X's and O's standpoint. Motivation, leadership, direction, delegation means a lot.
True.
Give me the Raiders in this one, man. And I'll tell you, if the Dolphins were not coming off of a bye, I would probably pick the Dolphins. But I think some of that momentum, I don't know. I think it might skid a little bit. I think this is going to be a much more entertaining game than we think. Mm-hmm. I think they go back and forth to a degree. I don't think this is a runaway from Miami. I think Miami needs to get some steam up again. I still got Miami winning that division, but I think that bye is not going to be better because the track team needs to get some traction. They're running into a hot team right now who believes. Give me the Raiders 31-27. Okay. 31-27, bro. Okay. I'm going 31-27. Yeah, I feel a way about that one. Yeah, I feel a way about that one. I could be wrong. But I feel a way about that one. This is one where I think it gets a little wonky.
It seems like we're looking at things from different ways today, man. We're looking at from different perspectives.
Hey, man, I mean, it happens. Let's see how it shakes out. In another 1 o'clock tilt, we got the New York Giants traveling to the nation's capital to play the Fighting Coach P's Washington Commanders. The line is 38.5, and Washington opens as a -8.5. Talk to me.
I'm not sure about the line, but I'll definitely say, man, take Washington Commanders today. Take the Washington Commanders today. I see my good brother Coach P is back, fully regaled in Washington Commanders paraphernalia. I'm glad to see you back because it seemed like, not saying you don't have any faith in them, but recently I had more faith in the Commanders than you did. I'm like, nah, man, these guys are a little bit better than you painting them out to be, Coach. I'm liking what I'm seeing out of Sam Howell. I'm just not liking what I'm seeing out of the offensive line, like you've stated on many, many, many occasions. I like what I see out of the wide receivers and the running backs. I just don't like what I see out of the offensive line, like you stated on many, 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 many occasions. I don't think that the Giants can affect the offensive line, like you stated on many, many, many occasions. And I think today, nah, it ain't the hammers out because I don't think they may not beat them by 8 because it might be something funny. Who knows, man? You got Danny DeVito at quarterback. Who knows the shenanigans and tomfoolery that might happen? But with that being said, man, when we talking about real live football professional efforts, the Giants are a team that I really do not believe that can conjure up real live football professional efforts on a weekly basis. When you got Danny DeVito at quarterback, so I don't see them scoring no more than 9 points. I see y'all scoring 24 points, 24-9. Y'all, I actually think y'all kind of beat up Danny DeVito a little bit today. I'm not even sure who the backup to him is. You know what I'm saying? Who Tony Danza after that? Who the fuck is the backup after Danny DeVito? So I'm taking Washington at home. I hope you have as much faith in your guys as I do.
I'm gonna agree with that sentiment. I'm a slightly adjusted. I think we win this 27-14. Now, few things here. The reason that you see me in on my regalia is I have hope now, okay? Whereas I did not have hope before. And his name is Sam Howell, folks. And I'll tell you why. Sammy has given me hope that we have a guy. We've got a guy. Sammy is leading the league in passing yardage. Sammy is third in touchdowns. He is top 5 in completion percentage. Sammy has shown he got that dog in him. Sammy is athletic enough to do just enough damage with his legs. Mm-hmm. He's tough. A lot of the losses that we've had, he has had one very bad game, which I don't really heap on him. Not from the standpoint of like, it's a bad game. You threw 4 interceptions. You know, the Buffalo Bills, that game was one of those games where every quarterback has a 2 fumble, 2 interception, 3 interception, fumble game. That was his game, right? So yeah, he had that. And we got to also factor in, he is still under 16 starts, which is less than a season. But with that being said, the moxie and the toughness and the leadership that my guy is showing, that despite everything else that's going around, I got room for hope. I think I got my guy. I got a guy. I got a guy, baby. I got a guy. Yeah. I finally got a guy. I think Sammy will be here for the next 10 years. Sammy is showing me some things. I'm loving it. I'm willing to live with his mistakes, and he's growing each game. Eric Bieniemy, shout out to you too, brother. You're making the requisite adjustments. You have made the adjustments to the offensive line because you were trying to get my boy killed. You got the right mixture in there. It's gone down to giving up a league-leading 44-plus sacks in the first couple of games. To the last 2 games, he's only been sacked 4 times. Market an improvement. We've been able to muster up much more offense. The time of possession, we've been dominating. I like where we're going here. We just got to do one thing. We got to get rid of, at the very least, Jack Del Rio and that putrid, all-time worst defense. In some way, shape, or form, they will make the Giants today look like a credible team, which is why I didn't go with the 14. Which is why I didn't go with your 9. I went with 14. And I might even up that. 27-17. 27-17 or 27-20. Because the Giants will find a way unless we do something totally uncharacteristic to who we are, and that show up on defense. 27-20. We take this one going away, 27-20. Moving on.
Yo, I just want to say one thing about Jack Del Rio and I guess his style of dress. And for some reason, I looked up. I said, this guy is out of touch. He has on the wrong leather jacket. He has on the same leather jacket that was popular in the 90s. And I'm like, you still got on a leather jacket on the sidelines. Jack Del Rio, stop playing. Go get you a varsity jacket. Go get you a hoodie. What are you doing on the side?
And we got a fresh one too. We got a real fresh varsity jacket. I don't know what's wrong with the guy. He's terrible, man. The guy, listen, the guy refuses to. The guy blitzed 2 times last week and got home on 2 blitzes, and then like the guy just refuses to blitz. He plays this perpetual prevent, 2 deep safety look. This pull your defensive backs 10 yards off the receiver. It's just he always lets the offense dictate to him. It's just terrible, man. I've had enough. Get this guy out of here. Moving on. I could go on for days about that guy, but I won't. Another 1 o'clock tilt. We got the Dallas Cowboys traveling to North Carolina to play the Carolina Panthers. The Cowboys open as a minus 10.5. The line itself is 42.5. What's your thoughts, bro?
I'm not sure. The line is 42 or the over under?
The line is 42.5. Over and under 42.5.
Okay, I'm saying the line, but I don't think
No. I'm sorry. The Cowboys open as a minus 10.5. They open as a minus 10.5.
You know what?
My bad.
That sounds about fair. They got really right last week at home. I think that momentum carries into Carolina, and like you had out before earlier, I think today, man, I think they go in there and get really right.
Cowboys been getting real right as of recently, man. They get right on you.
I think when they get right, they get right. You know what I'm saying?
One thing I have to say about the Cowboys, boy, is listen, man, if you roll it in there and you know sisters of the poor, they ain't going to listen.
Man.
Listen.
They light you up like Nebraska used to do. 77.
Yeah.
You know, like, yo, it ain't just gonna be 35-14. No, we're gonna lay the smack down on you. You know what I'm saying? Like last week, I actually was mad at the Cowboys because I thought they was gonna shut out the New York Giants for the whole season of 2023-24.
That would have just been terrible.
Period. I thought it was gonna shut them out. But with that being said, I think they smash Carolina to bits today. I think they smash it to bits today. I think it gets ugly. I think it gets late early for Carolina. I think they start to look at themselves like, was Bryce Young the pick that we should have picked? And I say, nah, that's not what you should be looking at. Everybody should be looking at their offensive lines, which they don't have. They're going to get mauled today to the tune of 37-6 Cowboys.
I mean, just for the sake of being different, I'll go with a different score. I mean, I don't want to pick your score. I mean, it's definitely going down. It's definitely going down. I mean, no question about it. Cowboys get right on this one, man. It's going to be. I think Bryce Young has a moment. They'll put up 10 points, maybe, but the Cowboys will throw up 38-10, man. Let's move on. This won't be pretty. Tennessee Titans travel to Jacksonville to play the Jaguars. The line is 39.5. Jacksonville enters as a minus 6.5. I'll tell you something. The way the Jacksonville Jags got absolutely shanghaied last week, they better respond this week and in a big way. The way that game looked last week, there's levels to this game. You know what I mean? That was one of them. The San Francisco 49ers walked into Jacksonville. Man, me a lunch money, man. Come here, man. Come here, little nigga. Man. Come here, man. Come here, motherfucker. You noogie them. Y'all got to respond from that, Jacksonville. Come on. Respond from that. Y'all got Tennessee coming in at 3-6. Yeah, y'all got to respond in that, man. This is a divisional game. You got to put them down 31. You got to put them down 31-13. You got to put them down. No excuse. You got to put them down. You got to rebound from last week. If you want us to believe any inkling that you are some sort of contender, you got to put them down today. And in a big way. You got to put them down. Trevor Lawrence, this has to be a day for you, my friend. Or I'm going to start dialing the down on you as far as believing in you, my friend. Because this is a game you got to respond, my friend.
Yeah.
31-13 Jacksonville. Thoughts, bro?
Man, last week, Jacksonville Jaguars in Duval County was one of the bathtubs I took a huge bath in last week. Man, I went out with my chest all out. Oh, now they're going to continue to scare the San Francisco 49ers. They're crossing country and this and that. And to lay that big of a fucking egg, I like, oh, man, that didn't show me just about San Francisco. That showed me about the fabric and the makeup of your team. You know
Man,
what I'm saying?
San Francisco Nation looked at you, man, and just, I mean, when you picked that one,
Yeah, and rightfully so for the goddamn bullshit that the Jacksonville Jaguars put up. And the reason why I was I'm so mad about it is because the expectation that we have and the projections that we have for them did not warrant them losing 34-3, if I'm not mistaken. I could take a loss to San
that was
Francisco.
bad. It
Yeah,
was bad. That's all we need to
that was
know. It was
shit.
bad. And then
That was
putrid
bad.
beat. They were
Yeah,
abused in that game.
yeah. So when I look at those, and I put a lot of the onus on why they was going to win. I thought Trevor Lawrence was going to take them, and I thought they had a very well rounded on offense. But I thought it was going to be Trevor Lawrence going to be the catalyst. When I saw that he was the one, kind of, I ain't gonna say hold them back, but kind of being
Spearheading
the
the
catalyst.
buffoonery.
Yeah, kind
Spearheading
of
the
hold.
buffoonery, man.
Yeah, I'm like, man, this makes me worry about your team. This makes me worry about your team in general. I'm like, that was a game you didn't have to win, but you had to look fucking better than that. What I can say is, I think this week you will look better than that. Because I have officially, I hate to say it, A-Rab down, Jesse and James in the back. I hate to say it, man, but I hate to jump off the Titans. I'm still rooting for them, per se, but I don't like them to win the division. But Tannehill's hurt. He's asking to be released. I'm like, what's going on out there? So I actually think Jacksonville rights this ship this week.
Okay.
Not really as strong as I think it should be, but I think they right this ship this week. Because actually think Will Levis got some. I think they got something there with Will Levis. I think they
Yeah,
got something there
I
with Will
agree. I
Levis.
agree. I think they got a little, they got a little something.
Yeah, I think they got something there with Will Levis. So I think he can put up some points. And if, Jacksonville would keep the game close enough for them, like, well, look at Will Levis. But I still think the Jags pull this one out to the tune of 24-17
Okay.
Jacksonville.
Moving on to an interesting game here. This is one of those ones, I think. This is going to be a pinball game, I think. The Arizona Cardinals travel to Houston to play the Texans. The line is 47.5. Houston opens up -5.5.
What?
Hmm.
Well,
Woo!
I would like to say this.
Woo!
I doubted my boy last week, and I apologize to you, one Kyler Murray. I did not think you was going to look that good and play that successful in your first week back from successful ACL knee surgery. But you look just like the player who I love, running around scooting. I love to see this little motherfucker running all motherfuckers. I love it. I actually think
He was
this
scooting.
has.
He was scooting.
I love to see it. He said, man, it felt right. It felt normal. I'm like, oh, well, if he feel like he's back, should I give him all my fandom back? I'm like, these guys, he's a catalyst around there. And when he's not playing Call of Duty until 4 o'clock in the morning, he's pretty goddamn good. He's pretty good. They have some weapons out there. He's pretty good.
What is he playing? Call of Duty?
Call of Duty till 4 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So I actually think this has a great chance to be a game of the day because I actually think that he will match CJ Stroud in the Houston Texans. I think he will match him to the tune of about 28 points. But I don't think they'll pull out the win today. I'm really liking what the fuck I'm seeing in Houston. Out of CJ Stroud, those young wide receivers are Nico Collins, Tank Dell, and it's another one I'm forgetting. I know I can't even really pronounce his name.
He's a castaway. They got a castaway, if I'm not mistaken. Got a castaway from somebody else. I forget. They doing, and that aerial attack looks very, very impressive.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
shout out to D'Amico Ryans too, man.
Shout out,
to D'Amico
man. between him and Dan Campbell, they'll be the coaches of the year. You know what I'm saying? I like what I'm seeing out of Houston, man. I'm liking what I'm seeing out of C.J. Stroud. That's the first time I've ever said that from a professional Ohio State Buckeyes quarterback. The first time I ever said it. With that being said, I think if Arizona's going to put up 28, I think Houston's going to put up 31 and pull this thing out.
I agree with you.
C.J. Stroud.
This is going to be a game, yo. Hey, listen, if you one of those people that have the NFL package, this is one that you want to keep on the screen because this might be one of those ones that dominate the red zone today. This might dominate the red zone. I'm going to go with the exact score you got. I like that score. It's going to be a close one. I think Kyler Murray is the X factor for the Cardinals. We know they got some weapons out there. I think Houston pulls this out, scores some. Let's go with the same score. First time in history, we're going to go with the same score because I like that score. I like that score. We got the 4 o'clock games. The first two, we got Tampa Bay traveling to San Francisco to play the 49ers. The line opens at 41.5. The Niners are a minus 13.5. I think they cover both. Give me both. The Niners in a romp.
I would say definitely take the over. Definitely take the over. Uh-oh. Are we doing it? Are we doing it? Are we doing it? Yeah. I'm thinking it's about time for our guy Baker Mayfield. He just had Halloween. He's turned back into the
pumpkin. He might get hurt today, man.
He's turned back into the pumpkin. I don't like what I'm seeing out of Tampa Bay. I don't like what they're doing. I think last week when San Francisco went into Jacksonville and put the smackdown on them bums, that was real. And like our good guy who's tuning in every motherfucking week, Nano Pan, Dean Williams, Neighbor Nate, he thinks, and a lot of people think, the San Francisco 49ers are going to the bowl.
I mean, that's my pick. I got them going to the bowl. And the way they looked last week, I feel confident in that pick. I feel confident.
Yeah. With that being said, man, I think the hammers come out, and I think they come out really heavy. I think Baker Mayfield, like you said, he might get hurt today. I think there will be a hamstring pulled. I think there will be at least one hamstring pull between Mike Evans or Chris Godwin. There will be one hamstring pull between one of those guys today. Book it. There will be a hamstring pull. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin.
It's hammer time.
Have a hamstring hammer time today, man. Something to the tune of, it's going to get ugly because the defense is going to make it look crazy. It's only going to be like 1 or 2 plays that San Francisco is going to have to make on offense. The defense is going to make it look crazy with all the stops and the fumbles and the picks.
Yeah.
It's going to look crazy.
Yeah. Mr. Bosa goes crazy today. Even Chase Young goes crazy today, I think. I think they go crazy. And you know what I noticed? I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, 38-10. The hammers are out.
You know what I noticed? The 2 players that were out that's been out during the skid have been Trent Williams and Deebo Samuels. Folks, that is the identity of this football team. Have you ever noticed their pregame, like when they coming out the tunnel and they got the boom box and they rocking out? The 2 people leading that charge are Trent Williams and Deebo Samuels. When you don't have those 2, I like to think that the leaders of the team are gone. What a coincidence that they come back. Now what happens? Hammer time. Can't touch this. You can't touch this. They hammered them. That continues today, man, in a big way. Christian McCaffrey gets back on the scoreboard. He might have 2 tutties today. He might have 2 rushing and 1 receiving. They get right today. 38-13. They get right today. Moving on. Mm-hmm. The New York Jets travel to Orchard Park to play the division rival Buffalo Bills. The line is 39.5, and Buffalo opens as a minus 7.5.
this game right here, for a lot of reasons, has another chance to be the game of the day. I'm not sure how many
Woo!
points will be scored, but there is a lot on the line for both teams playing. But for one team in particular, the Buffalo Bills, they have been spiraling, as some would say, but they're definitely on a skid. And I would say the team who put them on skid alert is back coming to your house today. First game of the season with the same backup, saying, this game today, or the first game, was not a fluke. We're coming back today to beat you again. And look at you. Look at the state you're in. It's not like the first game that we beat you was a fluke. You've lost to other teams that people say that you shouldn't have beat. Like, I picked Denver Broncos, but you lost to them. You've lost to other teams that, with your Super Bowl aspirations, these teams they're not even looking at playoff aspirations. With that being said, today, in Orchard Park, the New York Jets lose today. I don't think that they have enough on offense, but it is interesting to see what Zach Wilson would do today. It is interesting to see how close the New York Jets defense will keep it so Zach Wilson can possibly throw the ball into the dirt or into the crowd or into the hands of Jordan Poyer. It will be interesting to see how Josh Allen reacts when those guys, he throws the ball to them, bounce off their hands. They're not even looking open today. And how many chances he will take today. But I say Buffalo pulls it out with just one more play being made. Just one more play being made to the tune of 27-23.
Woo!
Buffalo.
Bitter division rival here, man. I look at the Buffalo Bills as I look out my window and I see what's going on, And as I see the Buffalo Bills pull up, you know what I do? Close my window.
Ooh.
I lock it.
Ooh.
Life comes at you fast, man. That Super Bowl window, folks, has closed for the Buffalo Bills. Yeah. Folks, what we're looking at is a reeling team here with a quarterback who has now become the reason for some of the losses. What you have now seen is a team that cannot overcome his reckless play. What you are seeing is a quarterback that cannot play another way. So they have no other alternative, no other way for him to play. He doesn't know how to play another way. He is a one thing about arm talent is that if used incorrectly, it can get you in trouble. And my friend, Mr. Allen, your arm talent has gotten you into trouble, my friend. It has gotten you to believe that you can make throws into places that more mere mortals can't make, and you can. But my friend, the NFL is an unkind place sometimes. Film study is a quarterback's worst enemy. Meaning, teams know what you're bad at. Teams know your tendencies. Teams know what you try to do. And what we have here in this team coming to town is multi-layered. You have a division rival. Their identity is defense. And number 3, they're confident against you, my friend. They're going to make it rough for you today, Josh. They're going to make it rough for you today. Let's see what you got in you. Let's see what you're made of. Because right now, your playoff hopes are slipping, my friend. I've closed the window on your Super Bowl aspirations. That's not going to happen. The front office needs to do some different things as well with this team. But you, my friend, are not the guy that we believe that can single-handedly carry this team like Mr. Patty Mahomes in Kansas City is doing. This is not you anymore, my friend. You need help. Either that or a drastic style of play that's not conducive to who you are. Can you do it? I don't know. I'm going to jump out on a limb here today, and I love Robert Saleh because I believe there's no way that the New York Jets should even be where they are right now with the offensive misery and just tomfoolery going on that side of the football. If it's not Brees Hall or Garrett Wilson getting the ball, which I think that you should either be running bubble screens or it should either be no one else should touch the ball but those two guys. That's my opinion. But give me the Buffalo Bills today in a rebound game because, my God, they've got to have today. But it ain't going to be easy. 16-13.
Oh,
Moving on.
You definitely saying it ain't gonna be easy.
Oh, it ain't going to be. It's not going to be a pretty one. The Seattle Seahawks travel to Los Angeles to play Sean McVay's Los Angeles Raiders. The line is 46.5 over under. The Rams open as a -2. Talk to me.
I would say take the under, but I'm going Seahawks, man. I'm going Seahawks. Uh, that's my pick out there. They're going to have to keep pace with San Francisco. San Francisco looks one way. The Seahawks looks another way. You know, I'm assuming there's not a lot of people out there that's as confident as I am in the Seattle Seahawks. They just keep chugging. I'm gonna say they just keep chugging along. They just keep winning enough games to be in it.
They won a close one last week. They won our last second field goal against my Commanders.
Hey, like you said,
they won our last second field goal.
No style points for this thing, man.
No doubt.
W's, L's, T's. And right now, they have the same amount of W's and L's and T's as the San Francisco 49ers. And I think today that continues. That continues with them going into Los Angeles and playing the Rams. I thought the Rams had a little something earlier in the season with that wide receiver duo, man, but with Matt Stafford being compromised and out, I don't see what's going on out there. I'm not even sure who the backup is. Is it Steady B, Stetson Bennett?
I don't know. Let's take a look. Let's see.
I'm not even sure who it is out there, but that one is real easy. And I don't have a lot of confidence in whoever it is, and I haven't heard a lot out of Aaron Donald this year. There's no Jalen Ramsey. The defense isn't anything to be afraid of.
Jalen Ramsey's in Miami.
That's what I'm saying. There is no Jalen Ramsey, so I'm like, there's nothing to be scared of in LA. You know, defensive wise. Give me the Seahawks in a rather easy victory. 27-10 Seahawks.
Okay. So with that being said, I'm going to agree with you. I think the Rams, all things being equal, I think I would have picked the Rams if Matt Stafford was healthy and playing. Because that could affect my decision. Let me just take a quick look. I just want to see who's actually playing. Is Matt Stafford playing today? Let me just take a quick look here. Bear with me. Give me a second. Because I could change my pick.
Yeah, because I thought he had like something pretty significant.
Give me a second. Let me. I'm sorry, folks. I just want to, because I want this. This is significant, to be honest with you. Because if Matt Stafford's not playing, I'm going with the Seahawks all day. But I think if Matt Stafford is playing, they're at home. I'm apt to pick the Rams in this game. So let me just take a quick look here. I want to know if they are actually, if he is playing. If he's playing, give me the Rams. 24-21. If he's not playing, reverse that and give me the Seahawks 27-13. So it's all going to depend on Matt Stafford. We'll check that later. But
the crack research staff is on that. Courtesy of Yahoo Sports, Matthew Stafford to start versus Seattle Seahawks on Sunday.
Give me the Rams 27-24. As a matter of fact, much closer game, division game. The Rams still won, knocked the Seattle Seahawks under the 49ers because the 49ers are going to win, and the 49ers start to distance themselves from the Seahawks. Moving on. Skull Nation, where y'all at? Skull! Traveling to Mile High to play the suddenly streaking Denver Broncos. The line is 41.5, and the Broncos come in at a -2.5.
I'm saying take the over. Take the
Take
over
over.
on that. I say take the over on that because I don't think either defense will stop either offense. I don't think that's what's going to happen this weekend. I think this is going to be high scoring, barn burner. I think Russell Wilson is back to his shenanigans, running around and hitting people when the play is broken. I think that Josh Jobs is a younger version of what we're seeing from Russell Wilson out in Minnesota, and he's got those guys on the roller coaster riding high right now.
Yeah, man.
He's playing.
Woo!
Both of these quarterbacks are playing pretty damn good football.
Yeah,
Both of these
absolutely.
teams are playing pretty damn good football.
Evidence by the line. I mean, it's only 2.5.
Evidence by the line, and that's what I'm saying.
Only 2.5.
I would take the over in this, but dare I say, give me the Denver Broncos in this one. Oh man, I gave Sean Payton hell earlier in the season, man. I gave him hell. But right now, man, they've won what, 3 straight, more like 4 out of 5, something like that.
Yeah,
something they're playing respectable
3
ball
out of 4.
right
They
now.
won the last 3 out of 4, if I'm not mistaken.
Playing respectable ball right now. Playing respectable ball, and to go against my Skull pick right now, because I'm definitely on the Skull coaster with Drew, cousin B. I'm on the Skull coaster, but right now, give me in a shootout the Denver Broncos 37, Minnesota 31.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fight you on this one, bro.
Oh, you gonna
I'm
fight
gonna
me?
fight you on this one. Yeah, I'm fighting you on this one. I
Don't worry about
got Joshua must-see TV Dobbs pulling a victory out here.
okay.
The Scholar coaster keeps moving. I got him going into Mile High and pulling this thing out, man. I don't know why. This is one that I'm gonna just jump out on a limb on. Let's get crazy. I think the Minnesota Vikings pull this out by 3 to the tune of 29-26. Yeah.
Okay.
20,
So
no. 28-24. Give me the Vikings 28-24.
okay, you
Scholar
got the
coaster don't
Vikes.
let me down.
You got the
And then
Vikes. You got the Vikes. I got Denver. Maybe we should bring in someone who does this for a living to settle the score.
okay.
Around here we like to get our brothers and sisters that walk with us rich. So as we always do around this time, to settle the score and get you more money than you ever had before, I got my man Bags and Bake with the Locks from the Block.
Yeah.
What's good? What's
Yeah,
good?
yeah.
That's the people that like, yo, thank you for getting us rich. Thank you. Right there, you got your ticket in hand. Me and bro been at odds all day long. He picked the one team, I picked another one. This one right here was no different. I picked Denver, he picked Minnesota. Can we just jump off right then and there? Who you got in that game, bro?
Oh, okay. A little Sunday night action, huh? So you're going with Broncos country. That's
I'm
right.
going with Broncos in the over.
And he going with the pastronaut. And he going with the pastronaut. The pastronaut, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Either one of these 2 of the hottest teams in the league with the Vikings won 5 straight.
Yeah, that's
Broncos
what
won.
I'm saying.
Broncos won 3 straight, right?
Yeah, 3 out of 4 or 3 straight, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's 3 straight though.
Yeah. Russell Wilson has been playing surprisingly efficient. Like the numbers are contradictory, so to speak. His passer rating and everything looks great, but the stats don't look all that good. But looks like the defense is coming around after that 70-point horrific performance. I think they've been giving about 18 points. I think they've been giving about 18 points a game, though. So that's that. However, I can't go against the pastronaut. I just can't do it. I can't do it.
That's fair.
I can't do it. This man done been on 9 teams in 9 weeks, it seems like. He's on a new team every week and just keep winning.
Here's the definition to just suit him up, coach.
He killed my ticket that we had. Who we had in that one game? I don't even know the boy name. Jaron Allen or somebody.
Right.
Not Jared Allen that used to play for the Vikings, but Jaron Allen.
Right.
He gets knocked out. The astronaut comes in. First of all, he gets sacked for a safety, throws a pick, and then just brings him back like ain't nothing. Last week,
He is must see
goes up,
TV, man.
wins again. So I'm not stepping in front of the astronaut train.
I can dig it, man.
I'm
Okay, so
rolling with
we're on
the
the same
Space
page.
Force.
Space Force.
Who else you got? What you got for the day, man? Who's the locks or who's your upset pick? Who's your locks from the block today?
I don't know if this is an upset, but it keeps. I don't know what the public is doing, or if it's just the sharps. But I can't go against the Steelers with DTR. I can't do it. I'm sorry.
I
If
mean,
DTR looked horrible in his first performance, I don't know why they didn't go with PJ Walker. Yeah, what you trying to get picks? I'm on here to get the picks. You gotta slide over and get on this job. Look, they
man,
want the
tell
picks. They
them get
asking me.
rich, man, from the locks from the block, man. We
Come get
broadcasting
them
live at
picks, man. Come
Bucharest.
get them
Come get
picks.
them
Yeah,
picks,
so I
man.
don't know if that's an upset, but I'm going with the Steelers over the Browns. I might take that on the money line.
Okay.
I don't want to step in front of this train, but I like the Cardinals with the vibe. I'm gonna give y'all something, and then I'm gonna go straight against it. Home teams, double-digit home team underdogs the last 15 times, 7-8 straight up, 13-2 against that spread. With that said, the Cowboys still gonna rob them. They're tomato cans, and the Cowboys wrap up tomato cans better than anybody in the world.
You ain't never lied,
So we
man.
said, listen, you show up, the little sisters of the poor, they're gonna turn you over, they're gonna give it to you.
Yeah,
It's like Alabama versus one of them what do you call them?
Zach.
Directional schools.
Yeah, man.
Eastern Southern Mississippi Tech.
Southern Chattanooga A&M. Yeah,
Don't
you're
go.
gonna get
Listen,
this
don't
work today.
listen. Don't go. Listen. Stay away from that game if you think it's gonna be a good one, because that ain't gonna be a good one. Let me ask you a question. Who do you have in this Arizona-Houston game?
That's what I was just saying. I don't want to step in front of the CJ Stroud train. He done back-to-back game-winning drives. But I'm going to take Kyler Murray with the 5.5.
Okay.
Okay.
I got two more for you. Two more. The Jets and the Bills.
Good Lord.
It's in Buffalo. It's in Buffalo.
I don't give a damn where it's at.
You don't care where it's at?
Buffalo, Germany, wherever else they've been playing, they've been looking terrible. Man, I don't know. It's a lot of turmoil going on in there, but I can't fuck with Zach Wilson. I can't bring myself to do it. I'm gonna go. I say the Bills bounce back. Stephon Diggs gets maybe 12, 13 targets, go over about 125, 2 tutties.
Okay.
Josh, I think they're gonna unleash Josh Allen. He's gonna be like the old Josh Allen a couple of years ago. About 10 runs from him.
They better.
That
might be the key. He might need to use his legs more. That might be the key.
23-14.
I got another one for you. This one is an interesting one.
Oh God.
Two games. Seattle Seahawks travel to Los Angeles to play the Rams. Matt Stafford is starting.
Cooper Kupp, Pua Nakua, they home. Did they beat the Seahawks already?
I don't know if they beat them already. Hold on, let me check real quick. Hold on, wait. I'll tell you exactly.
I know they played.
Yes, they beat them the first game of the season.
I'm taking the Seahawks. I'm
At
gonna take the
Seattle.
split.
They beat them at Seattle convincingly, 30-13.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the split then. I'm gonna take Seattle. I think Smith and Jigba might be banged up, but I think the Seattle defense ain't been playing good lately. Yeah, that's a tough division game. No, I'm gonna take the split.
Okay. And the last game, let's cover this game fresh. The Monday night tilt. The Wall Street Bullies travel to Arrowhead to play the Kansas City Chiefs in a Super Bowl rematch. Regular season game, folks, but we all know it's Super Bowl rematch. Philadelphia comes in at 8-1. Kansas City comes in at 7-2. The line is 45.5. Kansas City opens at -2.5. Give me your thoughts.
I'm taking the Birds on the line. I think they're gonna get with the swift, Jalen and whoever the hell else they got in the backfield. They got about 9 running backs, it seems like. I think they're
Sean
gonna pound
Penny.
them out, try to control the clock, keep Patty on the sideline. The Chiefs, I think the Eagles just gonna say Travis Kelce not tonight. I don't care if your girlfriend in the building or not. They're gonna double team him.
Okay.
And I don't see nobody else from the Chiefs doing anything. The receivers ain't came up. The only bright spot they got is the rookie Rasheed Rice from SMU, but the rest of them have been
What's the score? Give me the
underwhelming
score.
before. Score? I think it may be a little low scoring than people think. These unders, especially in the prime time windows, have been hitting like 60 something percent
Mm.
over the last couple of years. So I'm gonna say Eagles 23-20.
Okay. Fresh, what's your thought?
Mm.
Where you going with this?
Man, these are the two sticks, the two bars in the NFL. One in the NFC, one in the AFC.
What's
Like
up?
everybody's saying, this is the Super Bowl
What you got that
rematch.
Reggie again?
A lot. Everybody's
Got that
saying that
Reggie?
these are two of the MVP candidates
Got that
again in
Reggie?
Mahomes and Hurts.
What you got, dude?
With that being said, man, I really believe in what the alien does for a living. And
Huh?
when I say the
What
alien,
you got?
I mean
Aaron.
Patrick
I thought you said
Mahomes.
you got gas.
When he's out there and rocking, I can't go against him. I just can't go against him. Uh, it doesn't really matter who's out there catching balls, doing anything. It doesn't really matter because he makes up for the
Make me have
Rashid
them
Rices.
motherfuckers
He
tip
he
on
he
the time.
he makes
I'm
up for
about
the
to raise
Sky
some big
Moores
boy.
not producing. He makes up for the Isaiah Pacheco's. He makes up for with the Isaiah Pacheco's and throwing the ball to the Jarrett McKinnons, throwing the ball to other guys that none of us really know. And
I
the
want to go down to this person.
union right there between Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes is probably at the highest of things that I believe in the NFL today. If you have Andy Reid and you have Patrick Mahomes, I believe in that union bigger and better than any union in football. And I think Monday night tomorrow in Arrowhead Stadium, I think that union beats
Well,
out the Philadelphia
you heard me
Eagles
call your name. You always
to
get on
the
this thing. You
tune
better give me
of
a T.
28-24.
Okay.
I haven't been liking what I've been seeing from the Eagles defensive backfield. And one thing the alien Patrick Mahomes does is take care of that defensive backfield for you. Oh, you got some guys back there now looking? No problem. I hit him. Oh, you got some guys back there? He ain't practiced that much? No problem. I'm going to torch him. It doesn't matter who the wide receiver is. I am Patrick Mahomes. And when Patrick Mahomes is on the field and throwing the ball, you have the better chance or the best chance to win any football game against any football team in the NFL, especially at home. I'm taking the Chiefs 28-24. Patrick Mahomes pulls out a late drive, does it again.
Um, I'm gonna go Chiefs in this one. It seems like you always say, Fresh. Patrick Mahomes is the ultimate force to multiply. Plug and play with the Chiefs, bro. It might not look the greatest, but it's plug and play with the Chiefs, bro.
Yeah.
I think the Chiefs pull this one out. We got a fan. Hold it. I want to get the fan perspective after I make the pick. Hold on. I think the Chiefs pull this one out. I got the Chiefs 27-24 in a tight game. I don't think the game goes crazy. I think turnovers might decide this game. It's going to be a few turnovers. It's going to be an exciting game, though. I expect the game to live up to the potential. Give me the Chiefs in this one. Fan, give us the Eagles perspective.
How you feeling? How you feel about the Eagles, good brother Muhammad?
Hey man, I think we're gonna do our thing, man. I think we owe them one. I think we owe them one, and I think we're gonna do our thing. I don't think they can stop the run. They
Is
can't
this
stop that run. They
is
can't
this
fuck
more
with
than a
us.
regular season game? Because a lot of people will want to say, "Man, it's just a regular season game." No, this is a litmus test game. Y'all, what are the records here, man? We got the two best teams in the
Eight
league.
and one and
Y'all
seven
eight
and
and
two.
one, Kansas City 7-2. Is this just a game?
Nah, it's more than a game. I think it's more than a game. It's way more than a game. We owe them
Eagles,
one.
Okay,
Eagles got to get
okay.
their
Still
book
got a
back.
sour taste in our mouth. We'll feel a little bit better if we bust
Mm,
that ass.
I heard
So it's
that.
more than a game, folks. I've never subscribed to these types of games and this magnitude being just a game. If that was the case, then it wouldn't have the hype surrounding it. It's not just a game. This is a big one, man. Like, why do you think they put it on Monday night? Listen, the prognosticators and the people
No, we
putting
ain't get the
schedules
lock.
together envision these
That's
types of
easy,
teams
though.
being this good this late in the season. So this is why this game is placed in the prime time slot in this time of the season. What more could be better,
All we
bitch?
gotta do is get the motherfucker up there, and then I can get the lock.
Well, I'm going with the
That's all I'm
Chiefs.
saying.
I go get him right
Good
there.
brother Bass is going with the
Super Bowl
Eagles.
preview.
Now,
I disagree
a
there.
lot of
I
people saying they're
disagree
going to get
there.
the Super.
Yeah, when the last time that happened? Bills, Cowboys?
Oh,
Oh,
we
yeah,
got good brother neighbor Nave. He said he liked the Chiefs he liked the Chiefs for a band. I mean for a hundo.
oh, snap.
See, that's what I'm saying. People get paid around here. The picks around here, we love it, man. That's why we love the lock
Yeah.
from the block.
Get down to the
Money getting
block, bro.
flowing.
We
They getting
appreciate you checking
everybody
in,
rich
man.
around here. They appreciate y'all checking in from the world renowned, world famous Jesse and Jay's Barbershop, Tiffin Bennett, man. We love y'all. Yes, home turf right there, man.
Absolutely.
We love y'all, man. Thank y'all,
Get them
lock
rich,
from the
fam. Get
block.
them rich.
Get them rich. Peace. You already.
Well, listen, man, we are at the end of our road, but the beginning of the day. It's a glorious day today. I'm making me some fish, some mac and cheese. You know what I mean? Brock, oh man, I'm great. Go in today. You know what I'm saying? I got a personal taste for something, so I'm great. Go in myself personally. What you
Okay.
thinking today? What's on the menu for the day, bro? Before we get out of here.
I'm not today, man. I'm probably playing it by ear, man. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm munching on today, man. I'm not sure what snacks. Something probably gonna jump out at me. Something gonna get in my nostril. Yeah, I want some of that. I'm right now. I'm not sure. You know, because I ain't got my picks in or nothing. So I got a little. You know,
Okay, okay.
I'm a little scatterbrained. I'm like, I get my picks, set my lineups. You know, so
What you
that
got
part.
there to do, man? Let's get them out of here, then, man. Let's get them out of here, man. Listen, this is the Fire Nights experience, man, where we worship, you know, the religion of football, and football is great. It's Sunday. It's the beginning of the day, man. Get all your vittles in, get your foods, get your drinks if you're drinking. You know what I mean? Toss a tequila shot back for Coach. You know what I mean? And fresh fire. We may check in later on, depending on the development of the games. Who knows? And depending on the availability of yours truly. But with that being said, we appreciate y'all rocking out with us. Y'all could be anywhere in the world, but y'all right here rocking with us. It's the experience. We love y'all. Black Culture Journey is specifically through sports today. Let's get it in today, man. We got a long day. We got 2 games on the 1 o'clock slot. That's for those that don't have the package. We got 2 early games. We got 1 midday tilt, and then we got the big Sunday night game. Enjoy your day. We appreciate you rocking out with us, man. Fresh, take us out of here, bro.
No problem.